What's up, Dreamedia family? This is Zach, and I'm out here with Ron, the Marketing Director from URC, and I have a huge announcement to make today. Dreamedia is absolutely honored to be an authorized dealer and elevating the level of service up here in the Rocky Mountains, offering URC, the OG control company that has all the third-party drivers, and I have personally integrated into my own home. I can't wait to get into all the details after the intro. Let's go! Welcome back, Dreamedia family. I'd like to introduce Ron, the Marketing Director from URC. How you doing today, Ron?
Doing great, Zach. Thanks very much.
So guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to offer URC. This company is still operating today on Air Force One. Their legacy products literally last for years, and that's what has sold me on the brand, is reliability and the ability to integrate with many different third-party manufacturers. And I have put it to the test. I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't personally believe in the brand. I had all of the products sent over to the house and I put it through the ringer. Yes, I could have made it easy and just done all URC products throughout the entire home, but I used a ton of third-party drivers, which the technicians loved programming. And now my entire home, the second I pull up, the geolocation tracks my IP and all my shades go up, my lights go to my preset, and my Sonos comes on. It's absolutely magical. I wanted to introduce Ron today so that he could talk a little bit about what makes URC the industry leader. Over to you.
Yeah, Zach, thanks very much. And you mentioned two really important things. Product is critical. Product for us is the core of what we do, and we're constantly innovating our product lineup to make sure that installers and users are just really comfortable with installing the product, using the product. The reliability piece is so critical for us. So we continue to innovate, and we just came out with two, soon to be three new products that we're showcasing here at CEDIA in Colorado. Sure.
I'm really excited.
So that's super important for us, but also the installer is the key to our business. So our dealer group, our core dealer group is very important to us. All of our software and operating systems are really important, making them easy to use, easy to install. We don't want you spending hours and hours of installation time. We'd rather have you spending time with the customer, with the end user, getting the installation done and letting them enjoy the URC system.
I think that's one really important aspect to hit on is your commitment to service. I think Adam was telling me you guys have won an award for industry-leading tech support for like 13 years running.
Yes, decades of awards for training and tech support, training the installers to making sure that the product's perfect and just works really well for the end user. But also any kind of tech support that's needed, we are there for dealers and for end users ultimately to make sure again that the product is easy to use and it's really just adds to the experience.
Yeah, and I've actually put this through the test. Our regional sales manager, Chase Williams, who you guys may have seen making his debut on the YouTube channel, has been in constant communication with tech support as I've put him through the paces on the 30 different manufacturers I have in my home. You guys pick up, answer his questions, and he's on to the next problem. Very quick response, and I'll have to say, there's a reason you guys have been awarded all these years.
Yeah, and this is really unique in our industry. I mean, everybody has tech support, but we do pick up, we do pay attention to our dealers, and we do have a field system of field engineers and field sales managers that are out and working locally with our dealer community.
So service is key to me. I want to ensure that my guys, when they need the help, they get the help and we get our systems up and operational as fast as possible. I'd like you to hit on a couple other key elements that make the URC automation system stand out from the competition. And maybe you could also include the differences between your complete control and your total control line. Here at Dreamedia, we're going to be selling a lot of total control because it's about the really the lifestyle of living with an automation system and the ease of use of operating every single thing within your home. They have total control and they have complete control. Break it down for us.
Sure, absolutely. So Complete Control is a great one-room solution. It's typically built on an IR platform. It's easy to use, but it's a little bit of a limiting system, if you will. It doesn't have the broad automation capabilities of Total Control. So it's great for, one-room uses, small systems. But Total Control is really a massive automation platform. And URC is known for our integration opportunities. We don't force our dealers or end users into a proprietary streaming service or anything to confine them. We work with hundreds and hundreds of brands in the industry. So if you want to choose a music streamer that you like, you can. We have an integration for that. It's really a core focus of ours, and each year we come out with 15, 20, 30 new integrations to share with our dealer community and with end users.
Yeah, the third-party integration I've also put through its paces. I mean, there's so many unique applications where you come into a home, maybe it's an existing home and they already have some Sonos speakers or whatever. There's so many different brands out there, Denon EOS. We want to be able to integrate in with the existing equipment that you've already invested in. And the third-party integration is huge for me, as well as the two-way communication with the Total Control platform. Can you talk about two-way communication and how it affects and how important it is to automation working properly?
Yeah, it is super important that communication goes very smoothly. There's no disruptions to it, etc. So we are really focused on fast processing in that system. So we don't want end users waiting for a voice control or voice command or a finger touch to change a channel. We want that to happen instantaneously. So that two-way communication is really critical to automation. And I think throughout the industry that's pretty common. But the fact that we focus on, again, easy installation, easy use, it just makes us a better option, I think, for the CI category.
Yeah, and you guys have a lot of unique advantages to the URC platform. We're a dealer for Control4, Josh AI, and URC. URC is my top pick, and when I personally run in my own home, one of the key features that I've really fallen in love with is that geofencing. I mean, I've been using it every day, and it's like magic. It literally makes my I light up inside. Whenever I pull up, I get within 50 meters of the house. I'll literally, as I'm pulling in the driveway, I see the shades coming up. My lights go to my exact preset, and the Sonos comes on. I'm a happy camper. Can you point out some other important aspects where URC has a leg up over the competition?
URC does have some significant advantages over competition and within the industry. So one of the simple things is no licensing fees. We don't charge our installers, who then charge the end user for licensing fees that happen year after year after year. We want to make the platform simple, affordable, and of course reliable. You mentioned that earlier, but just to make this an accessible platform for everyone to use. So that's really cool.
I love that. I mean, the fees are getting out of control. There's a subscription fee for every single thing. Right. I mean, I go and add a month, I probably got 20 different subscriptions. Right. You buy a home automation system once and you're done.
And it is critical. And we also want to make sure that it's one touch or one voice control step away from whatever the end user wants. So URC was the first with Comcast Xfinity voice control. We were the first control company to have that implemented and within our system. We integrate with Alexa, Amazon Alexa, very seamlessly within our platform. We also work with Apple TV very seamlessly. So there's a variety of voice control options for
Siri as well, right?
Yes.
Siri, absolutely. I've put through the paces on my home system: Siri, Amazon Alexa, the Apple TV, and I have Xfinity, all four of those platforms. And we show it in action in some videos that you guys are going to see coming up, where we actually just talk to it. We're shooting the video really raw, and the system is extremely responsive. And now, instead of like us having those quick shortcuts to go to like Disney Junior or whatever, my son, who's 4 years old, walks up and goes, "Disney Junior." What?
And it pops up.
That's the future. That's the future.
Yeah, it really is. It is so important. And we want that pop-up again to be fast and reliable and to happen over time. So we actually do a lot of updates to our operating system, and we make sure that it's very seamless and the dealer knows exactly what's happening, so that it's not a disruptive factor, but it's an additive factor for end users. So we don't want you and your team having to go out and troubleshoot. We'd rather just have things happen seamlessly for the end user. So that's very important. We talked about integrations, very important. The biggest code library in the CI category, so codes being the number of integrations that we have in our platform, is industry leading. So we always like to talk about that. And you'll see us here in Denver at CEDIA. We have at least 30 companies that we're providing the platform, the integration platform and automation platform for their use in their students.
So that is huge. I know that was your number 3 point, but I'll have to say that was one of the main selling points for me as an integrator, looking at, how many homes and how many different systems there are now on the market. Like, how can we ensure that we're not running into roadblocks and having to tell the customer, well, I know you wanted a whole home automation system, but that room's not going to work. Like, I don't want to tell the customers that. I want to make sure every single room, and that's what we're showing here now, is like, we're out right now in a home in Colorado, high in the Rockies, where we're showing every single room has shades, it has lighting, it has audio video, you can control your CCTV, and we put in a really nice infrastructure for the Wi-Fi system to make that two-way communication seamless. But I can't tell you how important it is to be able to integrate with everything. And we were even talking about how we put in this home some water valve control. So like, this is the second home. They want to know if the house is flooding, right? That's why they also have the cameras. They want to make sure that the house is locked down and secure. It can't be understated how immense and how important it is that you have all those drivers readily available. Chase, our regional, has been very impressed.
If you can imagine it, chances are between our product and software and you and your creative team, we can make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, you can almost dream your new smart home into reality.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Everything from door locks. I mean, Chase was just showing me the garage door is even integrated.
Yeah.
I mean, every single piece of the home.
Sprinkler systems outside, security, AV, pool, lighting, exterior, of course. There's so many applications.
The next phase in my own personal home is energy efficiency. We up here in the Rockies, we don't have air conditioning. It gets a little warm in the summer months. I have the shades reducing the radiant heat coming into the house during that aspect of the sun shining into the house, and it's reducing the radiant heat and the inside temperature of the home just by keeping the sun at bay. It's also done another really important thing. In my formal living room, half of my couch is a different color from the other half of the couch because it's been dyed by the sun. So now I'm going to go recondition that couch and program my shade every day to block the couch. And I think that could be really important for all my customers who have high-end artwork or anything that's valuable in the home. I mean, even your floors. It's insane what the sun can do to various items throughout your home.
And you can integrate with like a weather, the sheet.
That's what we
weather.
Yeah.
Yes, easily change when that shade goes up and when it goes down every day. So the homeowner doesn't have to think about it. It just happens.
That's the key.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Are there any additional things that you'd like to add in? Any additional?
So, another thing, integration-wise, we have unified modules. So you mentioned going into existing homes with a couple of different types of lighting or shades. We have unified modules that if you have these different systems, all you need to do is sort of push a button, if you will, and Total Control talks to all those systems, those different systems, and makes them into the eye. So unified modules are another way that we can deliver value for, so the dealer installer, but also just like a great user experience. So it's just another thing.
Unified modules. Can you break that down for me? I'm not sure if I'm clearly understanding.
Sure. So if you have a Sophie shade and two or three different brands in your home, and let's say you're doing home by room by room, you have different systems or platforms. Unified modules can talk to all three of those systems at one time, those mini systems or subsystems, if you will, and bring them into Total Control. So the installer doesn't have to program something for each one of those systems. It's just a unified, sort of a unified module.
And is that built into the processor? Like I have an MRX 15 at the house. Is that modeled inside of the MRX 15 processor?
It's in the operating system.
Oh, I see. I thought you were talking about a separate component.
It's not. Yeah, it's all baked into Total.
Beautiful. And that's how I'm able to pull in all of the various third-party products, because it is built into your processors.
Right.
And is that starting from the bottom up on like the MRX 5?
The MRX 5 is up to a 4-room solution. So once we get from there to the 12, 15, and the 30, 12, 15, and 30 is wide open.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Any other points you'd like to hit on?
URC is actually owned by our founder and CEO. So it's a privately held company. It's the only one in the industry. We're not held, we're not owned by VC or other capital markets. So we really, again, have the POV of the installer and the end user in mind, and we're very nimble. We actually own our supply chain. So when companies were having issues with, getting controllers and getting touchscreens,
everything,
we never experienced that because we own our full supply chain, so we can plan inventory, plan deliveries. So there's no outages for you. I don't want you going to someone's home and not having everything in hand. It's really critical for us. Again, our dealer care is probably the number one strategy of our company.
And that means the world to us as an integrator. Nothing is worse than getting on site and not having the products you need. It makes you look bad to the customer. We want to deliver that 5-star white glove service. And to do that, we need to partner with industry-leading professionals such as URC. I can't tell you how thankful I am for you coming out here and visiting me in the Rocky Mountains, Ron. It was an absolute pleasure. I just wanted to take a minute to introduce URC to our audience, let you guys know that we are expanding rapidly. Dreamedia has been known as your go-to national online store for home theater products primarily, and we've been home theater specialists, but the market has spoken. Customers from around the world, I can't tell you how thankful I am for everybody's support. You guys have been asking for us to take control and do the entire home. And that's when I initially introduced the Dreamedia Plus program. Our Dreamedia Plus program went above and beyond for dedicated home cinema build and then had evolved into whole home system design. So we're starting from the ground up, whether it's new construction or retrofit, with providing very, very detailed plans. You saw it, Ron. We're talking, 70, 80-page documents where we break down in detail every single wire that's going into that home, every single speaker, and then we come in the framing stage, take pictures, what's behind the wall. That's helping out the customer long-term, but also helping out our builders and designers. We're looking at everybody, trying to take a holistic approach and raise the bar.
Yeah, Zach, we've been watching you for years, to be honest. You probably don't know that, but we've been fans for years by URC, and watching the installs and the growth of your company and the concept, the evolution has been just really very inspiring. But we're so happy to be part of this. I've seen the work you do to prep for an installation, to make sure that inspiration from the end user is there. So we're happy also to be a part of this.
Thanks. I really appreciate that, Ron. It means the world. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button down below. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia, out here with Ron from URC. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.